There we go. That now you should all be able to hear me. Hello everybody. Welcome to today's live stream. Welcome to Fragilities. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to you to the channel. I'm back today on Slovak Village, where in the last episode we got fields ploughed and slurry spreaded. I then spent quite a lengthy bit of time after my canola harvest joining these fields 25 and 26 together, and then obviously we put all fancy rounded edges on them. We made them look less square and rectangle. So field 25 and 26 is now one big field heading into the new year. Both fields had canola on, so it's not going to mess up the crop rotation-y stuff if I was actually doing any crop rotation planners or anything, which I don't think I am on this map. I think presently my plan is just to plant what I want to plant. So yeah, field 25 and 26 are done. Unfortunately, field 27 is growing. Is it 27? Yeah, 27 is growing, not ready for harvest yet. So can't do anything with that field. I did finish harvesting field 28. I have got field 28 ploughed, and now I am going to slurry spread it. I believe I've got nice new rounded edges all on field 25, on 28. So yeah, gonna get the old slurry spreader on there. I've managed to catch up with the whole harvest now. I'm actually sort of back where I'm supposed to be. After losing a couple of days due to the rain, the persistent and constant rain that the map had at the start of the harvest window, I've now managed to get caught up. So that's enabled me to get some of these ploughing jobs and that done. Plus, we're not even in the planting window yet. The planting window is still to come. So we'll be able to start planting again tomorrow. So we'll be able to get some of these fields replanted as well. Probably before we've actually finished harvesting. But of course, the harvesting jobs we've still got left to do on this year are, we're going to have potatoes and sugar beets to do, which at this moment in time I don't even have harvesters for. We're going to have 2 fields of soybeans to do, and we're also going to have 2 fields of corn. And we've also got we've got one grass field to mow as well, still, which we'll probably then end up doing silage bales, and we'll just sell those. We'll sell those for the cash. I'm going to take this slurry tanker up to the buying point. Make sure he's full. I will probably then allow Mr. Courseplay Worker Man to do the slurry spreading. Whoa, 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 whoa. he'll then keep buying. He'll buy it anyway as he's using it, which works for me. I have equipment parked up here. None of it real that I can actually use, like the forage harvester. Now, here's a question. I think I've lost some functionality on my my controller. I don't appear to have that's just swiveling my chair around. I'm pretty sure you used to be able to make that pipe bend. Pretty sure. And I appear to have lost that functionality somehow. Probably when I've been rebinding my controls to do for various other things. Like being able to open and close my combine header, you know. But yes, for those of you that are new to the channel and haven't been following along with the Slovak Village or Let's Play that I've been doing here on Twitch, we are running 12-day seasons. We are running precision farming. We are running a new mod called Controlled Traffic, which basically should actually be called soil compaction, because it actually creates compacted areas on your field where vehicles drive. Vehicles over 6.5 tons that drive on your field will compact the soil, and the penalty is that in areas where compaction has occurred, you suffer a 30% reduction in yield unless you plough the field. So unless you do ploughing to basically loosen and break the soil back up again, you're going to suffer compaction. And as I've been finding, I ploughed the field, and then as the slurry spreader has driven all over it to do his slurry, he's created compaction areas again. So unfortunately, we're going to lose 30% yield on all those red areas. And of course, then when I drive the seeder over the field to do the seeding, similar thing's going to happen. And when we do the fertilising then and the weed killing on that field, again we're going to have the same. We're going to create loads of red areas. So we are going to lose yield going forward on every single field. Right, we are fertilising and spreading. Field 28. Not going to bother with any headlands. Wants me to start all the way over there on the opposite side of the field. No? Have I got turn on field enabled? No. Good. I did find an interesting little bug with course play last night. When you are doing any kind of seeding, fertilising courses, especially if you put in a refill course for your equipment to go and refill when it runs out of stuff. I discovered the lovely bug that whilst the courseplay driver is then driving and doing the seeding and fertilising or whatever, we have the problem, the wonderful problem that we lose access to the silos and stuff. We players lose access to our silos. So we can't fill anything. So every time we want to empty something out of the silo, we've got to remember to turn the courseplay guy off. Just stop him for a minute. I was playing on my Pine Cove series map last night, and I could not get stuff out of the silo to feed my animals, and I didn't know why. I couldn't work out why, and it turned out it was because of courseplay. So yeah, we've managed to catch up pretty well then. So as you can see, the field 24 is our grass field that we need to mow. I'm tempted to go and do that while Mr. Slurry Spreader Man is doing the slurry spreading. Where is he going to drive to? He's going to hit the trees. Yes. It's a problem. Perhaps I should have done a headland. Once around. Hopefully by having a headland he's got a bit more room to turn around then. But, of course, what we've now done is do a whole line of soil compaction down that edge of the field. Challenging days. Tell you what I was playing with as well last night. I was having to play with these modes down here. The automatic shoveling courses mode and the silage bunker leveling compacting mode. I've never used those features before in FS19 or FS17, so I was having a bit of a play last night trying to get those working, and yeah, it's rather interesting to say the least. Definitely rather interesting. Right, I'm going to let him do his thing. I'm going to take my mower, which is now on swath dropping. I'm going to head over in my grass field. And I'm going to mow the grass over on, I think it's field 24, if the numbering is right. My numbering is correct. Yeah, field 24. And then I'm going to do some silage baling. I should already have some silage bales in my shed, so I think I might sell some of those. Although I don't really need to sell silage, to be fair. I know we've got tons of bricks over at the quarry. we could go and sell loads of bricks. Huge numbers of stone bricks. Unfortunately, there is no way for me to do a quick and easy So yeah, I'm going to swath drop. I'm going to come down here with my baler. I'm going to make a load of silage bales, get them wrapped with my baler, and then you can always take them put them in the shed and decide what we're going to do with them. The one good thing about the production map like this, we do have other things to sell. Certainly, like I say, because of the work I did in the spring and summer in the quarry, I've got plenty of bricks to sell. A lot of concrete bricks now. So at some point I need to get down there with my auto-load trailer, which unfortunately isn't very good at transporting. It only takes 20 pallets at a time. Does anybody know of any auto-load trailers that can take more than 20 pallets? You know, I'd be happy for one that would double stack. If it could double stack pallets, that would be fantastic. And I could take, you know, allow me to take 40 at a time, or something like that, or 60 if it triple stacked them. Just something that would make it easier for me to transport all my pallets of bricks and get rid of them. Because it's all money at the end of the day that's sitting in my quarry that I just can't get rid of. I need to check on the gold machine as well, really. See if we've made any more gold. I'm pretty sure I ran out of dynamite, didn't I? The other day when I checked. I'd run out of dynamite, so we're not getting any more soil, we're not getting any more stone. So I've got that to sort of contend with. Pretty sure the last time I mowed this field I did hay on this field, so, and I believe I got more bales off of this field than I did the two at the top of the map that I've also got, which is why I've decided to do the silage bales on this field, because obviously if I'm going to get more bales it makes more sense. I mean, we don't have any animals at the minute, so it's not like I'm using the hay and the silage, but it does let me build up a little bit of a supply now to use later on. Because like I say, year 2, start of year 2, I'll probably be looking at adding chickens and probably some sheep, and then work through year 2 It's much in the same vein as we've done now in year 1. And then we'll have, obviously then look at adding cows possibly and pigs as we head into year 3. And then I need to look at all the different contraptions around the map for making like pig food, for making cow food and all that stuff, because we do have them. They are on the map. They are stationed around our farm. It's just that the recipes are a little bit different than what I'm used to in terms of what we put into them. So it's a case of I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. Right, there we go. Grass successfully mowed. Quite warm. I hope it doesn't turn into hay instantaneously by the time I get back with my tractor and baler. Oh, look at that! I'm doing soil compaction with this. Really? You're telling me that the mower weighs more than the weighs more than 6.5 tons? Jeez. I like the idea of this compaction mod, however I do think maybe, just maybe, it could do with a bit of a tweak. Because I think the weight limit could do with being increased a little bit. I think 6.5 tons in actual practice seems to be awfully low. Because pretty much every vehicle I'm driving on the fields is causing soil compaction. I'm not sure if that's correct. I'm not sure if my little tractors, like my fast track and my little class over here, would do that much compaction. In reality, but I guess it's probably as simple as opening up the script for the mod, finding a line of code that refers to the mass of the vehicle, and just raising it from 6.5 ton to, I don't know, maybe 10 tons. Might be a little bit more of a cushion. And then things like, it'll only really then greatly impact things like harvesters and the such. You know, real big stuff, and obviously big trucks with big trailers hauling crops across them. Maybe my quad tracks, maybe they would be over 10 tons. Certainly tractors like this shouldn't be, I wouldn't have thought. As far as I'm aware, soil compaction doesn't affect grass, so maybe I don't even worry about it on field 24. I believe, according to the mod's description, grass fields aren't affected by the compaction or the grass yield. It just says that if you decide to plant something else on a grass field, you need to make sure you've Why are you reversing like that? Right and all. Better. It's the only thing I don't like about these balers. You have to keep stopping. Empty the bale. And I noticed when I had the baler doing the canola straw, he would actually miss bits of the field when he had to stop and unload. There was like little lines of little lines of canola everywhere. I'm gonna unload this one up here because I don't want it rolling down the hill. If I can help it. %100% full. That bale's rolling. That bale's off. Bale's trying to make a break for freedom. I might never find that bale again. That might completely leave the field. In some ways, I kind of like the balers that do the round bales where it flips the bale on the onto its side, onto the flat end before it unloads. However, those don't tend to have built-in wrappers, which means you end up having to do wrapping as a complete separate process, which is obviously just more time. And for me, then, more compaction on fields, especially if I'm doing like straw, or if I'm forage harvesting and I'm doing chopped maize, you know, I'm doing chaff. See, there's a bale all the way over there. Straw bales rolled all the way across that field. Holy lordy dordy door. There's another bale making a break for freedom, look. The worrying thing is they actually continue to pick up speed. Like they have no concept of the term friction. Where my other bale's gone. I'll have to go look for it. Not gonna have enough. Unfortunately. Oh look, my bales are everywhere. Oh. None of them have stayed on the field. Gee, how have they ended up over here? Oh. Might have to switch to square ones, folks, unfortunately. Can't be doing with them running around, running riot. You end up in the bloody river. What have I got there? Cardboard cartons, haven't I? That I've produced for some reason. One of the many things I need to put into some productions, which I'm not actually utilising yet. However, I can't just sell them on their own, a bit like wooden pallets. I can make pallets very, very easy. However, what I can't do, it turns out, I can't sell them. I can't just sell empty wooden pallets anywhere on the map. Nowhere will buy them. I've even tried Agraz, and Agraz won't buy them either. So rather unfortunate. Right, we're going to go pick up them bales now. Could have done without that. I'm going to find all these things. Oh, there's two in here, look. Another one over here. Probably drive round the edge of the field first. See if I can find any that have escaped. One out here on the road, look. Oh. Yeah, unfortunately, Giants, you need to sort out the bales in FS22 so they don't roll. In my experience in real life, they tend to be quite heavy, these wrapped bales, so they don't tend to move very far after being deposited by the baler. They tend to be very, very heavy. Unfortunately for me though, I'm going to pick them all up in one journey. Oh well, we'll go and deposit them. In our bale shed, we'll come back, pick up the rest. We might spend the rest of the day, because typically I don't do any work on the map after it gets dark, after nightfall. So once I can officially sleep, that's it. We have to down tools. We don't work through the night, and we don't do any work before 6 AM in the morning on the map. So I might just spend the last hour or so just selling some selling that's alright, I've done there. Yeah. So yeah, bricks. Selling bricks could be the thing we do for the last hour and a half of the day before we sleep and start a new day, which will be the first day of autumn officially. So hopefully there'll be some crops ready for harvesting. Potentially the wheat over here on field 27 would be nice. And then the potatoes and the sugar beet, which I need to go and get. I will need to go and get a harvester for, because we don't have a harvester. What did we get? 25 bales off of that field, with the partial one that's in the machine, which didn't get ejected fully. Could have filled that up by mowing some of this new grass that I've planted around the edges of my fields. One thing we do know from experience, straw bales tend to sell quite nicely. Certainly the canola straw bales sold very nicely. There we go. You go there. Got me hay bales. Hopefully they're not rotting in here. Hopefully they're all protected from the elements. Right, let's check the box. That's at 1,000 litres, so we need to take that. Right, let's take the gold. I've got 4 toolboxes full of gold. Let's go and sell that, shall we? And then we'll come back, sell a load of bricks. I'll do a couple of runs. I can take 20 pallets at a time, might do 60, might do 80. Looking for the bank over the bridge. This is the bank. Holy cow! Look at the money! much did we just make? £382,000. Our second profitable day. £382,000 for selling 4 lunch boxes. Over the bridge we go. Turn off up here, I believe. And that takes us back to the old quarry. Where did I park my... Aha! This is the fellow we want. Pallets. How many trips is that going to be? Alone. Five trips, basically. To sell all of these. Keeps us making money. It's the first real profit we've made on the map. Like I say, the canola straw is the first crop we've actually sold. Everything else we've harvested is sat in my silo. There is a knack to this. I've got to remember to empty the thing, disconnect from the trailer, pull out from under it. That lets all the pallets get sold. And that got us, what, 9,000? Seems a bit cheap. All over concrete. I'm probably not selling them at the best place. I am. They're just not. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. Just didn't feel like they were making me a lot of money. And it's probably why I've got to sell hundreds of pallets to make any kind of range. Like I say, I've got 90. Go and get rid of. I might might even spawn in an extra 10 just to make it, you know, an even 100. Could have done with another agraz, really, next to the quarry. But yeah, we've done some work. We cleared out loads of trees in this area to be able to actually, you know, place the agraz. So all the trees that I've chopped down and cut, they've all gone into the all into the sawmill. Behind me over there, we've made log, we've made boards, and we've been making pallets. I have sold some boards, but boards are a little bit, they are extremely difficult to transport. Because they won't auto-load. The pallets of boards will not auto-load. So I've got no quick and easy way of transporting them, which is one of the reasons why I built the agraz, because at least I can stand, I can pick the pallets up by hand and just carry them across the road to agraz and sell them at agraz. I might not get the best price for them, you know, I might not make a load of money doing that, but it enables me to sell them. Trying to load up a trailer with the board pallets, transport them, and then unload them at the sell point it's something I don't wish on anybody. It is so challenging. So challenging. Right. So, what left, about 10 pallets or so? There's about 20 now. I'm going to spawn another 10 though. I've got loads. Cement's an issue, I won't lie. Cement's a bit of a problem. I'm gonna run out of that soon. That's why I'm hoping to make enough money from selling the stuff that I can actually buy, like the cement pallets that we need. Because we have to buy the cement, we can't make the cement. And it's like with the gold, selling the gold is great because then it enables us to buy the dynamite we need. Because again, we can't make dynamite. To get our bricks and our dirt, which we can, our stone, should I say our stone and our dirt, not our bricks and our dirt. About 45 grand for a trailer. Not too bad, I suppose. Full trailer of pallets is 45 grand. So we'll have made, what, 180 from selling 4? I've certainly got plenty more. Plenty more in the tank. Right, next load goes right there. Final load. We'll take those away and sell them. I might just quickly fill the gold machine with dirt as well while I'm at the quarry, so I can get that running and get another box being made. Another lunch box worth of gold. £5 grand. Yeah, got this now. One more run. So yeah, I'm not really planning on selling any crops anymore. I think I'm just going to silo everything I harvest, and then in year 2 we can have a look at the pricing and make some notes of when we should be selling the stuff we've harvested. So really, for me at the moment, this place is my bread and butter. This place is making a profit for me. This keeps us ticking over first year. I almost forgot where the gate was. I've done 4 trips so far. Sell a point, and then on the last trip I forget where the gate is. I'll drive these. Boards. Yeah, boards aren't very good value. $600. Don't think I'm going to be selling any pallets of those anytime soon. Another 45 grand. Happy days. So that's about 125 grand profit from the quarry today. With the bricks, I mean with the gold, we made absolutely billions on the gold. 300 odd thousand, wasn't it? Over 300,000 from gold, so that was profitable. Somebody did suggest the other day I don't bother with the bricks, I don't bother with this stuff. Literally just keep the keep this machine going instead and just do the gold. Sell the just sell the stone, the big piles of stone that we get, sell that. Just fill up, bring a massive trailer over, fill it up with loose stone and just take the loose stone and sell. I mean, that is a possibility. Use the loose stone to pay for all of our dynamite. I don't know what's worth more, stone or gravel. Gravel seems to be slight, so actually we might want to make it into gravel. Might be an idea to keep it as gravel. Jackknifed on me a bit. I still haven't remembered to dig out and install the steering axle blocker mod thing. It blocks my steering axles on my trailers, so it makes reversing a little bit easier. Let's try and actually back that into that space there, shall we? I think I've got enough for, I've got time for one more load, I think, before it gets dark, officially. And like I say, we don't have any dynamite at the minute, so none of this is refilling. You know, I'm not going to get any more dirt at the moment. A 130 odd thousand litres though in here. Get rid of. Okay, it's officially now night time, so we will endeavour to do our best. Get rid of that. can go in the machine. Right. Quick trip to the house. Oh, I'm in the chicken coop. Right, 9:30. Wake up at 6 AM. It's autumn, baby. I think we had a bit of did we have a bit of rain? Looked like we may have had a bit of rain because we got the wet crop icon on the screen. How's my sugar beets? Potatoes growing. How's me sugar beets growing? How's me wheat growing? Well, a sneaky feeling, you know. Sneaky feeling we're not going to get much harvesting done today, even though it's now officially the first day of autumn. Because nothing is still ready. I don't like those bridges. Those bridges are a little bit aggressive when you drive over them. But of course, what we could do, if we can't harvest, we can at least do seeding. Bit of seeding and replanting, perhaps. Right, so let's have a look. We can plant wheat, barley, oats, canola. Right. For some reason that cedar moves on its own. I'm just going to give it a bit of a nudge. Straighten up. Right, do I use that for my seeding? Or I think that's all we've got, isn't it? It's been so long since we seeded on this map. I can't remember what we've got. for seeding. Multi-seeder 32, that is it. Oh yeah, the belt's over at the sawmill. It is. Right, so we're going to need a tractor. You've got 5.7 hours on you. You've got 3.9. You can come and do a bit of seeding for me then. Now, I suppose what we ought to do is have a look maybe at crop rotation. Follow that with soybeans then. I think we leave it like that. So after doing canola on a couple of my fields, on the big fields, I now want to put oat back on those. Let's go do some seeding. It's going to rain again, everybody. Rain is incoming. Right, we're going to be doing fertilising and seeding. When to raise implements late, when to let early. Yeah, that's correct. That's the settings I want. That should be perfect. He might not actually fertilise because, of course, we've only slurry spread it. We haven't cultivated the field prior to him starting. He's not lots of rain today, nearly all day. Friday's not much better. Saturday's fine, Sunday's not great, Monday's fine, Tuesday's not great, Wednesday's kind of okay. Look on the map then. Right, 27 is now ready to harvest, as is 16 and 17. Right, we'll head down to it's going to rain. I would have liked to have got field 27 harvested, but unfortunately it's going to rain, and it's already telling me too much moisture. So what we should be doing is looking at what we can get for potato and sugar beet harvesting. I think we're going for a homer. That's what we're going to go for. Didn't get to colour code that. That was a bit disappointing. Okay, just spent 605 grand then on our harvester. For potatoes and sugar beets. What am I stuck on? So I'm not going to get to do any potato harvesting today, am I? Oh well. That's the one, or the slight issue I've had with this map. Is it tends to rain at the wrong times. We tend to get a lot of rain when we actually want to be working, and then when we actually need the rain, we don't get it. I've missed me turning. I'm taking the scenic route back to the farm. Gotta make sure I don't drive on the other farmers' fields because I do get fined for that. Of course, there's no quick and easy way back now. Now that is one massive field. Gonna let me harvest in the rain? do potatoes in the rain? Well, that's a win. Hopefully the same applies to the sugar beets then, because being able to get those harvested and out of the ground today would be great. It saves me losing another day, doesn't it? And then that pretty much leaves me with just my wheat field, 2 soybean fields and 2 corn fields to do. Don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. I was. A little bit more of a headland look. This feels lumpy. course, a 90. Hello, Mr. Helgi. Good afternoon to you, sir. The weather is lousy here. I'm reasonable today, Mr. Helgi. I'm reasonably okay. Hydrate. I have to hydrate. Okay, Mr. Helgi. I'm nearly full. Nearly full. With my brand new potato mowing machine. Now I know how that works. He can spend all his channel points telling me to hydrate and stuff. Stretch! Oh, I can't really stretch because my shoulders and neck are messed up at the minute. I had physio again yesterday evening. That wasn't very pleasant. You have about 84,000 points. That's a lot of points, Mr. Helgi. It's a lot of points. Right, I probably want to think about maybe getting the trailer over here in a minute. I'm doing a bit of unloading. Because my harvester is growing ever fuller. Wet potatoes. Yeah, soggy spuds, everybody. Soggy spuds. I can with this machine. Yeah, this machine lets me harvest during the rain, which is a nice bonus. There's my seeder. In fact, if I hop out of him, I can go grab my trailer. I was hoping to harvest the wheat, but unfortunately it's raining, so I can't do the wheat at the moment. I need to do I was thinking I was going to have to fast forward time and skip ahead another day so I could get to dry, but it turns out I can harvest potatoes. I hope in a moment I'm going to be allowed to harvest sugar beets as well, because if I can get those two harvests done today, I've not lost anything. I've not lost any time. could even let me lose my glasses. Yeah, I think there's an option there to make me play without the glasses for a bit, isn't there? That would be interesting, because then I wouldn't be able to see. Look at the soil compaction. Oh, it's dreadful. You still feel bad about cattle and crops? Yeah. Oh, well, who knows? Who knows what's gone on there, really? Why they've got themselves into that situation? Whipper. I noticed they've not posted anything on their Steam forums about it. They've not posted anything on Steam to say that they've abandoned the game, cancelled any future updates and development on it. I notice it's still available for sale on Steam, so there's potentially people right now buying the game and being ripped off as we speak. I don't think that's very good. I don't think that. I don't think you should still be able to buy it if they've actually come out and said we're not going to finish the game. We're not going to finish it. We're not doing any more updates or anything. We're not fixing any more bugs. Then it shouldn't be on sale, because they're just conning people. I mean, I'm guessing that if the developers have all gone off and split off and gone and got jobs elsewhere now, they won't get any of the money anyway. Any of the money now will go to whoever is the publisher of the game, whoever they signed up with to be the publisher. They'll get all the money from all the sales that are still taking place. But yeah, it just seems very dodgy to me, that does. Very dodgy, and it's very unfortunate for the people that, like you say, forked out €99 like yourself to support them, and you've been absolutely robbed by them. That's, you mean, that money you could have spent on Car Mechanic Simulator tomorrow instead. You could have bought the new Car Mechanic Simulator with that money tomorrow. I mean, yeah, the basic cattle and crops game's only, what, about €15? Is it about €15 on Steam at the minute? For, well, the current version of it, in its current state. But yeah, we get Car Mechanic tomorrow. It probably says on Steam releases in about 22 hours or something, doesn't it? I think it says about 22 hours. Or it releases about either midday tomorrow or 1 o'clock. I'll be getting it, and I'll be playing that tomorrow, I think. Then that's probably it as far as game purchases for me until FS22 comes out. I don't think there's anything else I'm likely to buy between now and the end of the year. game wise. Don't think there's anything else coming out that I'm kind of interested in, so yeah. Probably be a couple of weeks of playing Car Mechanic and then FS22. Yeah, I saw the Colonel had done a couple of videos on it. I've deliberately avoided watching any videos because, again, I'm not a big fan of this. Let's give the YouTubers and streamers access to the game 2 weeks early and fuck everybody else. I don't like that approach. And they certainly didn't offer me a copy early, so bugger it. I'm not going to watch any videos on it. I will go into it blind with only the knowledge that I have got from playing the demo, and I will try and figure it out for myself tomorrow. I just hope tomorrow the full version of the game works with my controller, because the demo didn't work with controller. I hope they've fixed that for the full version, because I definitely want to be able to play it with controller. I don't want to be sat clicking mouse and keyboard. Yeah, I did like the shopping list improvement. The fact that when you're taking parts off a car, you can add that to your shopping list. And then when you go to the store, you can just click on the items that you've got in your shopping list, and it'll automatically bring those up. Save you having to scroll through all the different options to try and find the correct parts. There's a couple of things in the demo I wasn't such a fan of. I wasn't such a fan of that mini game for doing the wheel balancing. I much preferred, like I say, slinging a tyre on the balancer and then switching straight back to putting the next tyre on the rim, and then take the tyre off the balancer, put the new tyre on to be balanced, go back to the thing, put the tyre on the rim, and you can't do that anymore. It slows you down a little bit because you've got to sit there and play that silly little mini game thing. It's a bit like when you're doing the repairs, yeah, the mini game for repairs too, having to click in the little green areas to repair stuff. I must admit, that was something I didn't do till very late in the demo, try repairing stuff. It might be something I do a lot right from the start in the new game, in the full game tomorrow. Because I know in the demo I ran out of money very, very quickly because I was just buying new parts all the time when I didn't really need new parts, because I only had to replace parts with, worn parts with a part that was of certain percentage. So I'll probably get the I'll probably repair most of the stuff I take off of cars. Initially, to save me having to buy new parts all the time, and then I can make more profit then, because I can charge people full price for the repair, but I've used basically reworked parts I haven't had to buy any new parts, so I can charge them more money. Well, I can charge them the same price, but obviously I make more profit because I've not had to buy any parts. So that's my plan. But I also want to play some Dyson Sphere. I want to play some more of that. I do at some point this week. I've been playing it I've been playing it at night, you know, from like probably midnight till about 3 a.m, 4 a.m. every night. And although it's fun, it's not very productive for me doing that. So I ought to try and find a way to play it in the daytime when people can watch me. You know, when I can stream it or something. Even if I just stream it on the Discord rather than Twitch, so people on the Discord can just jump in and chat with me and whilst I'm playing it and watch it. Go and visit some of the other planets, as I'm now worked up to purple crystals. I've also just discovered I can rename stars and planets. You couldn't do that before in the game, but now you can. So I can have a lot of fun with that now, naming planets, naming stars. Also, apparently there's another really cool way to do there's an interesting way you can do planet mining. To get materials without having to set up loads of miners and stuff, using the logistic stations and stuff. With a mod that I've got, it turns them into like remote miners. So you just basically go to a planet, put down one of the ILS stations, and you set it to local demand, and it will basically automatically harvest any of the materials and stuff that are on the planet, which you can then transfer back to another planet. So I'm looking forward to giving that a go, because it's going to save me setting up miners everywhere, miners and smelters everywhere. But I want to be able to get to warpers pretty soon in the save that I'm playing at the minute, so that I can travel to a new system, and then see if I've got a new system where I can start setting up some real proper like building stuff. But yeah, I'm really liking Dyson Sphere again at the minute. That is not the season pass, is it? No. No, Giants haven't announced a season pass yet. Giants aren't announcing the season pass until after the release. I imagine you'll be able to buy a season pass when the first DLC is released. Because they don't want to confuse people basically by having too many different SKUs and too many different products. But one of the things I have learnt is that there's going to be in Farming Simulator 22, for us PC players, we're gonna have increased terrain angles. Giants are actually going to do it for PC players, which marks the first time that Giants will release a version of the game on PC that's different from the version on consoles. Look at me harvesting my potatoes. Nearly finished this field. Nearly finished. What I ought to check up and see in a minute, I ought to go into the crop rotation planner and see if I can do potato, sugar beet in rotations, and whether that has any negative effect. Because these two fields, I think I only plan to put potatoes and sugar beets on them. I don't plan on growing anything else on them because they're not particularly big. The new class trial, yep. New harvester in the game. It sits nicely in between the Xerion and the Lexicon and the Tucano. Sits in the middle of those two, so it's kind of like a mid-size harvester. Oh, I've got a delivery. I've got an Amazon order. Before you ask, no, it's not Haribo. Potatoes off this one field. It wasn't particularly big. 88,000 potatoes. Plus what's in the harvester. 124,265 litres. That's a lot of spuds. Into the silo they go. Because like I said, anything I harvest this first year I'm not selling. Not selling anything I harvest in the first year. Apart from straw and stuff. Because obviously I need to wait until all this graph information is populated and we know how much money stuff is worth in the long term. I mean, I don't get any prices for corn stalks, canola straw, or soybean straw. I just have to kind of take a gamble on it. I do. I mean, the other day when I was doing the canola bales, they seemed to be fetching about, what was it, 35 grand for 22 bales, which wasn't, I didn't think was too bad a money. I didn't think it was too bad a price. How's my seeder getting on? Is he still seeding away, look? Not quite, he's not, I can't believe he's not finished yet. Now for the sugar beets, everybody. Right, I was going to check, wasn't I? Sure. I do potatoes, sugar beet, one after another. We unfortunately lose out. You only get 0.68. To be honest though, I'm not that bothered about that. These fields are big enough. I think I'm going to get plenty of sugar beets and potatoes that I don't really need to worry about it. Helper on an angled field. Is it coarse play? Of course it's coarse play. On a map this size, I need to use coarse play to help get fields done. The normal helpers just don't cut it, unfortunately. And like I say, this guy, he'll do headlands. He'll do 2 headlands now to finish the field off. So he'll do the nice round corners and everything. He'll be perfect on that field. And then I can bring him over, I can bring the guy over and I can do the field over here, which is just like a bit of a square field with rounded corners, so he can just go straight up and down that field, I think, or straight left to right. The problem is because I haven't been able to harvest this field yet. I haven't been able to put the new edges on this field, which would have given me a bit of room for the guy to turn around in the middle, so he could have actually worked left to right. He can only really work up and down, and I don't know if he can turn around at the bottom of the field without driving into the river. know when I did the slurry spreading on that field, the helper couldn't turn, the normal helper couldn't turn around because he hit the trees. And the combine harvester couldn't either because he drove into the trees. So I'm actually just wondering. No, I don't want sugar cane, do I? So I could do any of those crops. I would be planting canola next on that field behind me. I'll be planting canola on that one in a little bit. Same probably on that field, the wheat field as well. Already 55% full and I've only done 2 rows of the field. I bet I've done quite a bit of soil compaction though. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of soil compaction on there. I think what I do is I slurry spread the fields first, then I plough them, and then I seed them. Because then I'll only be causing soil compaction with the seeder, whereas obviously on this field and that field I've caused it with the slurry spreader, and on this field I've caused it with the slurry spreader and the seeder. So going to get full, but not until I reach the end, so I'll be able to empty at the end of the field, which means I won't have to drive the truck on the field. That'll be nice. It's a long run down here. They give me a gold medal for running down here. This was the Olympics. Got to be 100 metres, sure. At least. Good. He's empty. Sugar beets. Does my seeder finish seeding yet? No, it's still going round, look. He's on the final bit now, though. He's on the final bit. Final stretch. He's done a good job on that field, he has. Don't think this weather's going anywhere. I don't, unfortunately. Rain all day. Even Friday's not brilliant, look. Got about 6 hours where it's going to be dry, and then it's going to rain again until Saturday. It is going to make getting all these fields harvested a challenge. It is. Because I've still got five normal fields to harvest this year. And me big crops, me soybeans and me corn, you know. So I wonder if it may actually just get rained out. It might get washed out, you know, and not actually be able to fully finish harvesting this year. That's a possibility. I mean, if I was to make a choice, had to make a choice between which crop I harvested and which crop I kind of sacrificed, based on the pricing at the minute, I would have to say I'd get rid of the corn. I'd leave the corn. I would leave the corn, I think. Although there's probably more corn on those two fields, because those two fields are larger than those two, the soybeans are worth over double what the corn is worth. Like you said, you need a second. I've got a second combine, Mr. Helgi. I bought an X9 over there somewhere. I've got the X9 and I've got the Class. That was why I was able to catch up. That's one of the reasons why I've been able to actually catch back up with my harvesting after losing the first couple of days because of the rain. Buying the X9 has been massive for me, because that thing just eats its way through the fields. It's got a much bigger capacity than the Class, so I don't have to babysit it and empty it as often. Oh, what the hell? crazyphysics.com, mysummercarphysics.com. See, there's a game you should have bought, Mr. Helgi, instead of Cattle and Crops. Should have bought My Summer Car. You'd have had way more fun with that game. And it's been finished. What I ought to do very quickly is go get this guy. He needs some seed. And he needs some canola. Unfortunately, he's not used any fertiliser because I didn't do anything to the field after I slurried it, so he's not actually applied any fertiliser whilst he's been seeding, and he won't do it on the next field either. That's something for me to learn and remember for next time. Gotta back that right up. He's nearly used a full tank of seed though to do that one field. So to do that whole field, he's used nearly a full tank of seed. That's a lot. That's 6,000 litres on one field. Bloody hell. That's a massive difference to Fellsborough, where we fill up the seeder once a month. Where we only have to refill the seeder once a month. Excuse me, it's those damn allergies. At least I can plant crops in the rain as well. Otherwise, this, as I say, this day could have been an absolute disaster. It could have been an absolute disaster. Yeah, there's my X9, look. He's even got the air bar on the front. Make him super hardcore harvesting man. First gen. I'll do 3 headlands this time. Just to keep him from driving into trees. Drive course, Mr. Man. Carry on sugar beeting. Tell you, one of the things I was having to play with last night with course play was trying to see if I could get the shoveling mode, and also the compacting and leveling mode working. I was having a bit of play with that feature. It's not something I've ever used before, but I was interested to see if I could have course play automatically squish a bunker for me, and then I wanted to see if I could have course play actually then with the wheel loader scoop all the stuff out of the bunker once it had been fermented, and actually take it and load it into the silo for me automatically. I need to do some more work on it. I need to really perfect that a bit. I got bits of it working. I mean, the bit that worked really well was the tractor with the loading wagon, picking up the straw in the field, driving back to the bunker, tipping the straw into the bunker as he drove through, and then returning back to the field to carry on collecting the straw. And he just kept coming back and piling more and more into the bunker. Absolutely filled the bunkers he did. And then I was trying to figure out how to get a vehicle, like I say, to do the squishing in between deliveries. And that was the bit I had the most trouble with. I kind of got the shoveling working, but then for some reason he wouldn't completely empty the bunker. He just kind of got in a bit of a loop then, where he was just driving backwards and forwards without actually picking anything up. And then when I stopped him and tried to restart him, for some reason then he wanted to drive to the opposite end of the bunker and try to start, and it all got a bit confusing at that point. And it was also getting quite late yesterday evening, so I stopped playing for a bit. Stopped playing, went to bed at that point. Is it that time of day already? Bloody hell. It's nearly 5 o'clock, folks. It should be dinner time. I'll have done about 3 hours today on this map. By that point, by 5 o'clock, I think I started at about 2, didn't I, today? Yeah, must have started just after 2 o'clock. I was going to going to start earlier, but unfortunately, I was made to go out for a few minutes, for about half an hour or so, which delayed me. Some people in the house wanted food for lunch, but didn't want to fetch it themselves. No, make me go and do it. Send poor old me out to do it. I had visions of Saturday night all over again, having to wait for like over an hour for my stuff. I just had visions. I was like, that's not going to be good. Thankfully, it wasn't too bad, actually. I was quite surprised when I got there because the car park was empty. So there was nobody in the restaurant eating, but all the cars that were there were queuing up for the drive-through bit. And although I got to the box and was able to tell the little voice in the box that I had an order to collect, and I gave them my order number, it took ages to get from the speaking box to the window to actually receive my stuff. For some reason, the traffic didn't move for a long while in the drive-through lane. That seemed to be there. You seem to be sat in the drive-through queue for ages. But I hope my sister and mother enjoyed their chicken sandwich meals and their McFlurries. I didn't have anything because I'm not a big McDonald's fan these days. I can't really have gone off McDonald's, so I didn't have any lunch. I just had a chicken baguette that I had this morning from the supermarket after doing the shopping. I had a chicken baguette, I had some little chicken satay skewer things, and I've got these crispy caramel bites. There we go, folks. 2 more fields harvested. Oh yeah. That's the potatoes and sugar beets done. Five fields to go for the year. Are we going to get them done? Are we going to be able to get them done, folks? I know one of the things I plan to do in the winter, I plan to come round and have a look at some of the machines that are scattered around. Like, for example, I know for a fact there's machines down here at the pig place. Yeah, there's a couple of machines over there, look. No, there's a few different machines over there. I need to figure out what they are and what I need to put in them. Because I'm pretty sure I will have crops to go in those fields, in those machines. Because we've pretty much planted everything this year, apart from, I think, sunflowers. I think sunflowers was the only crop I didn't plant. I can't tell you why that was, apart from the fact that I maybe ran out of fields. I didn't have enough fields to plant sunflowers on. Either that, or for some weird reason, the planting window for sunflowers was a little bit short. Yeah. So how many sugar beets do you reckon we've got then in that harvest? I know you guys watching the stream can't actually see the fill level because of the little boxes on the screen. Oh, excuse me. It's them damn allergies. Obviously you're going to have to cast your minds back a little bit now to when we did the potatoes. And then you're going to have to try and remember whether sugar beets yield more than potatoes or less than potatoes. Excuse me. Why have I just suddenly started sneezing this badly at this point of the day? So what do you reckon, folks? How many sugar beets do we have in our trailer? Was the harvest a success? Gene Freitas has subscribed to your channel. Thank you, Gene Freitas. That was a YouTube sub. So thank you, Gene. If you're watching here on Twitch. Right, looks like the chat's abandoned me. Nobody's making a prediction. So I'm about to, spoilers, tell you how many litres of sugar beets I had. I will tell you in just a second. Let me take this antihistamine. Didn't even need a hydrate command for that one. Right then, folks, we got from that harvest 126,634 litres of sugar beets. We beat the potatoes by 2,000 litres. So those fields are pretty evenly balanced, I would say. Right, I'm going to run up here. Because I'm going to grab my slurry spreader. And I'm going to go down and I'm going to slurry spread both of those fields straight away. I'm then going to get the plough on them straight away. And then I'm probably, at that point, I would say, part of me wants to hire a helper to do this. I'm not going to lie. Part of me wants to hire a helper purely and simply because he will be able to buy slurry. Whereas if I do it myself, I'm going to have to go and manually keep refilling. Also helps if I put the slurry spreader on the ground. Drag hoses. Yeah. Got the automatic application rate being applied, so hopefully I shouldn't need to refill, because obviously this is now, we've done one complete cycle on the field. We've, you know, fertilised, ploughed, seeded, fertilised, blah blah blah, harvested. So we should be in a position now where and we use less fertiliser, because obviously precision farming kicks in now. Precision farming should save us quite a bit on the slurry front. As we get to 40% full. I'm probably going to run out. Mr. Helgi's going to do some errands. Okay, Mr. Helgi, I will see you later. If you're playing multiplayer or whatever, I'll probably catch you later. If you're not doing any multiplayer later, I will probably maybe do some Dyson Sphere tonight instead. These trees, man, these trees flipping kill me. Such a pain. Right, 7%, 6%, 5%, 4%, 3%, 2%, 1%. Ladies and gentlemen, I've run out of slurry. Buy it. I mean, it's not terribly expensive, but it's such a trek. Driving up to the dealer who sells nothing but crap. Literally. Sells nothing but crap. Got my pipe ready. It's interesting that we're getting rain though. It's probably going to do the crops a little bit of good. I mean, we haven't lost any because of drought or anything, but definitely helps the corn and the soybeans grow a little better. Right. Can't remember whether slurry don't think I have the option to sell digestate. Would have been useful. How much does this cost me in fertiliser? Oh, it only cost me £4 grand. So wait a minute. 60,000 litres of slurry cost me 4,000. 60,000 litres? 50,000 litres. And the BGA is willing to pay $720. That's 36,000. Why would I not bring a big massive tanker down here, load up with a load of slurry and then take it to the biogas plant and sell it? I would make a profit. And then I would get digestate for free, which I could then use to fertilise the fields. That's a very good question. Why am I not buying a huge massive tank load of slurry and selling it to the BGA? Strange one. Let's have a flip over here. I need to finish spreading this field. Then we'll have a little bit of got me thinking now, that has, the slurry situation. Because I could literally go get my tanker from over by the... my big tanker from over by the quarry. And I could effectively make a massive load of money by selling the right. That's fertilising done. Now bring the plough down if we wanted. Plough both of those fields. Oh. Water stand. Why would I not? I'd be foolish, I think. Because I'm guessing we've lost money today thus far. Yeah, we're at about 625 grand deficit. We are. Bloody hell. You only use 2% seed. Did use a lot more fertiliser this time. Yeah, nice bit of ploughing now. Bit tight down here. I think I'm just going to drive into this shed with my seeder. There's nothing in this shed. Right, this is full of fuel. That might be why this is parked over here. Loaded it up stupidly with tons of fuel. I could sell it at Agras. Hazarded gas. This little bit here, and I can put some diesel. So the rest 20,000 litres I'm probably not going to use anytime soon. I think they're the only two buildings that take diesel, so... The handy thing as well is having this empty, I could have this permanently filled up with slurry or digestate, and I could have that sat next to the bloody field where I'm doing my spraying. So I wouldn't have to drive my sprayer 20 billion miles all the time. Yeah. 210,000. Nice. We spent 650 odd thousand on a harvester and header to do the potatoes and sugar beets. So to get 200,000 back is quite nice, quite useful. So I want to see first of all, I want to see how much a full tanker of slurry and stuff will cost me. And then we've got to figure out where the BGA is, because I've never been there yet. Oh, it's all the way down here. So just follow this road straight down the map. Boom, we're there. So one tanker full. It's going to hold about 150,000 litres, isn't it? I think. Maybe just under. Yeah, 125,000 litres seems to be the capacity of this thing. Cost me 12,000. I've got a sneaky feeling I'm going to make more than that selling it. A lot more than that selling it. Brakes are a little bit non-responsive. Emptying all the slurry is the best thing in the world. I think, like I say, we'll find out tomorrow whether this works or not. If they pay me a lot more than $12,000, we know how to make money on the map. Forget planting crops, forget farming fields folk, we're just going to sell slurry. We're just going to buy slurry and sell it to the BGA. We buy it off all the local farmers. So 720 times 125,000 would be 90 grand we should be paid. £90,000. So we'll check in the morning after we've been to sleep. Have been paid 90 grand. If we have, perfect. That's 78 grand profit we've made. There'll be monsters that one, we can walk here. Take that back to the farm and then we can use it to refill this when we come to slurry spread all the other fields. I think that makes perfect sense. We've done well today then, folks. We've got our potatoes harvested. We've got grass replanted. We've got oats and canola replanted. We also mowed the grass. Which strangely is looking like being ready to mow again. Haven't got anything planted on 14 and 15 yet. That is going to happen very soon. Like I say, we've got 5 fields left to harvest this year. So basically this tanker will refill our slurry spreader 2.5 times. Effectively, so that should make me a little bit more profitable. A little bit more efficient, because I'm going to keep driving the spreader off the field then. And as we're only going to slowly spread now before we plough, we don't have to worry about the compaction and driving on the fields. I'll figure that out another day. Right, folks, I'm going to call it there for today. Thank you to everyone who's tuned into this afternoon's live stream. I will see you all again very soon. But for now, take care of yourselves, everybody. Stay safe and